Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're here on Facebook to update you about your weekend forecast. Now, the big thing to know is nothing crazy is going to happen this weekend, but nonetheless, a weekend forecast update for you is here, and we are going to be getting right to those graphics now. And you can see here in downtown Watertown what we're talking about with some dry conditions for today. Clouds have been moving in, but we did see a little bit of sun as we went throughout the day earlier. So it has been a nicer day, a cold day for us. And that's the way that it's going to stay as we start seeing some snow coming into the forecast for some by the time we get towards this afternoon. You can see that we are dry, the increasing clouds out there, maybe a few light flurries at times, a little bit of lake effect coming off Lake Ontario down towards Oswego. And the important thing to note with this is it's going to be moving its way here closer to the North Country as we get into the late afternoon and evening hours. So we will start seeing more lake effect snow once again overnight tonight, but it's not going to be a lot of snow for some of us, and I do think that it's going to be mainly south. And actually, as I pause that radar now, you can see that we're starting to see a little bit of development over Lake Ontario with some of this activity that's going on here, right there in that circled area, what we're talking about, with a little bit of activity starting to develop. These are light snow showers, flurries at best. But once they continue to form, they're going to be moving down like this towards Richland into Oswego County, and eventually it's going to start shifting here closer to portions of Jefferson and Lewis counties. St. Lawrence County, you're not expecting much of anything from this as we go throughout the overnight hours, so you are going to stay primarily dry. But we do have winter storm warnings for Jefferson, Lewis, and Oswego counties, also including Oneida County because of lake effect snow and accumulating snow that we have in the forecast. It's going to be lasting through at least 1 p.m. on Saturday. Now, the important thing with this as well is we're going to continue to see snow past 1 p.m. on Saturday. We're actually going to see a widespread general snowfall coming in to play by the time we get towards Saturday afternoon and evening and into Sunday. Of course, we're going to give you details on that here in just a moment. But going throughout time today, notice 1 o'clock, Futurecast doing an okay job, just not picking up on some of the lighter lake effect that's out there. But by the time we get towards 4 o'clock, snow showers increasing out there, and that continues as we get into the evening hours with snow and heavy at times off and on. And by the time we get towards midnight tonight, we continue with that lake effect snow. Notice the brunt of this is going to be to the south of Jefferson County. So central Lewis County, southern Lewis County, you're going to be seeing some of the lake effect overnight tonight. So think about the Osceola, Redfield areas. That's where we're going to be seeing the brunt of the lake effect overnight tonight, and those temperatures not dropping too terribly much, getting down in the teens. Tomorrow morning, potentially a break in the action as we start seeing our next system moving in here closer. But by then, maybe a foot or two of snow has already fallen for some locations, primarily south of our area around that, say, Osceola, Redfield area. Might be seeing a foot or more of snow overnight tonight towards tomorrow morning. And then as we go throughout the day Saturday, lake effect starts shifting back to the north. So more snow showers throughout the day Saturday before a general widespread snow comes into play by Saturday evening and overnight. And you can see what we're talking about on that Futurecast. By Saturday, 10 p.m., some heavier snow moving through and snow chances lasting into our Sunday as well. So the thing to note as we go throughout the weekend, folks, snow's in the forecast. It's not going to be for everyone the entire time. It's going to start as lake effect primarily south of State Route 177. Lighter snow showers outside of that area. So if you're in northern St. Lawrence County, really in St. Lawrence County at all, you're not going to see much of anything until we get to Saturday afternoon. That's when snow chances start increasing for you. And then as we go towards, say, the time frame, we are going to continue seeing snow till about 1 a.m. on Friday, or Monday, should I say. So how much are we talking about with our snow totals? You can see right there in that box, we're talking that white shaded area, 20 inches or more. That does include Redfield, Osceola, and into northern Oneida County. As far as the pink colored area, we're talking 10 to 20 inches. The red colored area, that's 6 to 10. Remember, folks, this is by 1 a.m. on Monday, so this does not mean this is what you're going to see when you wake up on Saturday morning. This is going to be by 1 a.m. on Monday. And as far as northern Jefferson County, northern St. Lawrence County, you're going to be seeing 3 inches or less. I do think this is probably our best bet of seeing a widespread accumulating snow once we get into that Saturday evening, Saturday overnight time frame. That's when we start having the best chance for the widespread snow for most of us, and that's when we start seeing a little bit of accumulating snow area wide as well. We are also going to be seeing issues with our winds gusting. As far as overnight tonight, not a concern. Tomorrow morning, really not that big of a concern with our winds. As we get into the day on Saturday, our winds do slowly start increasing some and then eventually becoming gusty once again Saturday evening, Saturday overnight towards Sunday, as that large-scale system is working through. So winds will be gusting around 30, 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour at times for most of us. And that's going to happen on Saturday evening, Saturday overnight towards Sunday morning. You can see 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday with the breezy conditions. So we have that weekend snow that's forecasted for us. Potentially a foot or two for some locations, the Osceola area, southern Lewis County on the Tuck Hill Plateau, not the city of Watertown. But then we start watching a warm-up that comes in the forecast as we go throughout the next 7 days. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, look at the temperatures there. These are high temperatures above freezing and potentially getting into the mid to maybe even upper 40s for some. That's going to lead to a large amount of melting that's going to take place next week, the first of next week, as we're also seeing rain. So flooding concerns are possible for several locations Monday and Tuesday, even lasting into Wednesday, because our low temperatures next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are also going to be remaining above freezing. So we're going to see melting 24 hours out of the day. And I will say that we just did get an update on our winter storm warnings. Let's make sure that nothing has changed with those. So yes, we still have that winter storm warning for Jefferson, Lewis, and Oswego counties. Making sure that they haven't extended those any. Let's go ahead and check that. The extend time is still to 1 p.m. on Saturday, so they haven't extended that by any means. As far as any advisories to St. Lawrence County, I don't want to forget about you guys, so making sure that we don't have any advisories. The only advisory is going to be for Herkimer County out towards Old Forge and Webb. St. Lawrence County, you are not under anything as of this time. If you are traveling down towards Syracuse later this afternoon and evening, towards Saturday, do note that we do have that winter storm warning for Jefferson, Lewis, Oswego, and northern Oneida counties. So that's where that warning is. It's going to be primarily for the Tuck Hill Plateau, where we're going to be seeing most of the snow accumulation. Once again, looking at that snow accumulation, and we'll go ahead and take this full for you real quick as well, so you can get a better idea of what's going on with the expected snow. Once again, folks, this is going till 1 a.m. on Monday. 1 a.m. on Monday. That's what we're expecting for snowfall accumulation. I'll go ahead and start zooming in here for you on this graphic and what we're talking about so you can get a better idea. We'll start here towards the city of Watertown and Fort Drum. We are expecting 3 to 6 inches for Watertown, Calcium, Evans Mills, Sackett's Harbor, Town of Hounsfield, Brownville, Dexter, Chameau, 3 Mile Bay, Carthage, West Carthage, Champion, Black River, DeFerriet, Fort Drum. Those are the areas that are going to be seeing 3 to 6 inches of snow. Even as we get up towards Philadelphia, Antwerp, 3 to 6 inches of snow by Monday morning at 1 a.m. Northern Jefferson County, Cape Vincent, over towards Clayton, DePauville, Lafargeville, Alexandria Bay, the TI Bridge there, Rossi, Town of Hammond into St. Lawrence County, Oxbow, Redfield, or Redwood, should I say, going to be seeing that 3 inches or less. Someone just asked about Fort Drum, 3 to 6 inches by Monday morning at 1 a.m. Getting into St. Lawrence County, like I said, Hammond, Morristown, Ogdensburg, Gouverneur, DeKalb, Canton, Potsdam, Messina, Waddington, Norfolk, Brazier Falls. We're talking 3 inches or less for your areas by 1 a.m. on Monday. This does not mean you're going to see this by the time you wake up on Saturday morning. Getting into more central to southern St. Lawrence County, Canton, Potsdam, Colton, Pierpont, Hopkinton, we're talking 3 inches or less. Southern St. Lawrence County totals start increasing. So Colton, South Colton, we're talking about that 3 to 6 over towards even Pitcairn and Fine, 3 to 6. Harrisville, 3 to 6, maybe just a little bit more than that in northern Lewis County, Star Lake, Wanakina areas, and southern St. Lawrence County. We're talking about the potential for 3 inches of snow to 10 inches of snow. There we go. Words are hard a little sometimes. Zooming out into Herkimer County, around the Old Forge area, we're talking about 3 to 10 inches of snow, maybe upwards of a foot for some isolated locations. Tupper Lake, we're talking about 6 to 10 inches. Saranac Lake, we're talking 3 to 6. Malone area, we're talking 3 inches or less. And then dropping off as we get further east, up towards, say, Clinton County. And then for those in Lewis County, Lowville, Croghan, New Bremen, Watson, Casterland, Naumburg, those areas will be seeing 3 to 6 inches of snow once you get onto the Tug Hill Plateau. Over towards Harrisburg, Copenhagen, Barnes Corners, we're talking about 6 to 10 inches of snow. Once again, this will be by Monday morning at 1 a.m. Southern Lewis County, once we get towards Osceola, West Turin, and onto the Tug Hill Plateau, those areas, we're talking about the potential for 10 to 20 inches of snow, if not more. So the Osceola area, I think you're going to see at least 20 inches of snow, probably closer to that 2 feet range. Wyden, West Leyden, you're going to be right there on the edge of the 6 to 10. You may be up there on the higher end of that. Once we get over towards Montague, we're talking about that 10 to 20. Into southern Jefferson County, the Adams area, 6 to 10, maybe on the higher end of that. Rodman, 6 to 10 as well. Lorain and Worth, we're talking 10 to 20. Ellisburg, we're talking probably 3 to 6, maybe 6 to 10, so probably right there around the 6-inch mark. We're in Mansville at this point. We're talking that 10 to 20, probably there right around the 10-inch mark. Heaviest accumulation, Sandy Creek South. So we're talking southern Lewis County and northern Oswego County and northern Oneida County is where we're going to be seeing the heaviest of the accumulation with this snowfall that we're going to be seeing. Taking that screen wide once again, we can see what we're talking about with the area-wide snowfall accumulation that we're expecting. Once again, folks, this is by 1 a.m. on Monday. And I'll go ahead and have my producer here, Ashley Seabolt, take our graphics back to the dual box there so you can get all the information. Once again, you can get updated forecast on our website, WWNYTV.com. You can also download the 7 News weather app. Those are going to be great for you. And then also John Kubis will be in later today to keep you updated on the snow that we have in the forecast. But before we end the live video here, we're going to go ahead and answer some of your comments. See what all you were thinking. If you're commenting on the 7 News Facebook page, I'm not able to see your comments. I am able to see comments on the Kris Hudson page, as that is the one that I have pulled up. So if you have any comments for me or questions, now is the time to do so. Regina saying, get your roof rakes, guys. Yes, start raking your roofs and all that good stuff before the rain and warm up next week, because that's going to be a disaster. There was already another barn roof collapsed yesterday in Lorain, so a lot of heavy snow out there. My roof, back porch roof, started to kind of crack before it got cleared off, but it's cleared off now, so all is good there and it has been fixed. Someone's asking if I finally got the Christmas decorations finished. No, I did not. And now everything's covered in snow. Someone's asking if Watertown will be hit hard tomorrow. I don't think so. Watertown will see snow overnight. Someone's asking. Watertown probably seeing a little bit of snow overnight. Not going to be a whole lot of snow by any means, but some few snow flurries, light snow shower, so will be possible for Watertown. The brunt of the snow for Watertown, that's going to fall as we get towards Saturday afternoon and evening and overnight when we see that widespread system coming in. Well, Monday afternoon we see rain. Yes, Monday afternoon will be rain coming into the forecast as temperatures continue to warm up. Once again, kind of showing you those temperatures as we go throughout the next 7 days with that warm up that I'm talking about. You can see that we're talking temperatures getting up into the 40s next week and our lows staying above freezing as well. Just continue to go back through some of your comments here, seeing if Maybe there are some answers that I did not answer, or questions that I did not answer. I've talked about Fort Drum. I've talked about Watertown. I think I've pretty much talked about every area to where there's not a lot of questions. Someone saying if roof isn't raked, rain is not going to melt snow if temperatures go up. So snow acts like an absorbent when it rains. It absorbs that moisture, increasing the weight of the snow. As the snow melts, it becomes lighter because that moisture is exiting that snowfall. But until that melting takes place, as the rain falls, the snow becomes heavier, so you want to clear those roofs. Will Carthage see significant snow? No, Carthage, you're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow by Monday morning at 1 a.m. Remember, with our forecast, the snowfall totals that I'm showing you right here are from now, so 1 p.m. Friday, to 1 a.m. on Monday. The majority of the heavier snow, the 20 inches or more, the 10 to 20, most of that will fall overnight tonight from lake effect. And then tomorrow we have a little bit of lake effect, lake enhancement, before we see a general widespread snow working in, and that's when we start seeing the area-wide snow. So for you in Messina, Canton, Potsdam, Governor, Ogdensburg, Clayton, Alexandria Bay, Hammond, Morristown, DeKalb, Hopkinton, Hannibal Falls, those areas will start seeing snow Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and overnight into Sunday morning. I'm not seeing any comments. Looks like we have a comment coming on I believe YouTube. So let me get that as someone's asking, St. Lawrence County rain or snow on Monday, Star Lake area. Monday, you'll be a mix of rain and snow as those temperatures continue to warm up on Monday. Kinsey saying, just got here, we are getting more snow. Yes, we're getting more snow. It's not going to be a big storm, a generic storm for us. Really not even going to call it a storm because it's just kind of a typical snowfall for us. Once again, you're noticing the pink and the white colored areas where it's anywhere from 10 to 20 inches or more. That is going to be from lake effect snow that's going to fall overnight tonight towards Saturday morning. The rest of it is going to generally be from a widespread system that works through Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and as we get into Sunday morning. Most of the day on Saturday, if you're in the city of Watertown, Fort Drum, Carthage areas, even north, if you're north of Adams to Lowville, the majority of the day on Saturday is probably going to be dry or just scattered snow showers. You're not going to see a whole lot of activity until we get into the later part of the day Saturday and into Saturday evening and overnight. Someone's asking me about how much Altmaier and Williamstown's going to get. I'm not familiar with exactly where Altmaier and Williamstown is. So if you give me a better idea, I can try to answer that question for you. But unfortunately, I'm not familiar as of right now where that is. I think it's in Oswego County or northern on Oneida County. It's either Oswego or Oneida County, I believe. My producer is doing a good job and is looking it up. It is. It's right there on the line pretty much of, so it's West Osceola. Yeah, it's right there on the line of Oswego and Oneida counties. So that area we're talking about the 20 inches or more. I thought that Altmaier was down that way because I remember seeing a sign, but I couldn't place the location exactly. So yes, Altmaier, Williamstown will be getting that 20 inches or more. And I know a lot of southern Jefferson County folks have, say, hockey and things that take place in Pulaski. Pulaski will be seeing heavier snow this evening and overnight. So if you have hockey games down in Pulaski, Sandy Creek areas, and Oswego County, you're going to be seeing heavy snow. So if you're going down towards Syracuse this evening, heavy lake effect snow, potentially whiteout conditions at times. So do take note in that. And this is going to be a lighter, fluffier snow. It's not going to be a very heavy wet snow like the one that we saw over the weekend. So if there is any good news with this, it's going to be that it's going to be a lighter snow, not so much a heavy, wet snow. It looks like some of your comments have started to kind of die down here. People are starting to jump off of Facebook Live. So that's been our Facebook Live here. You've seen us here on the Kris Hudson page, on the 7 News weather page, and of course we were live on YouTube as well. I hope you've enjoyed our new graphics that we've been showing you here and some of the tools that we've been playing with. But stay tuned to WWNYTV.com for the latest forecast as we go throughout the weekend. John Kubis will have you updated this evening at first at 5 and on 7 News this evening at 6 o'clock. And download the 7 News weather app for the latest information there for weather. And then also download the 7 News app so you know that when we post those weather updates on WWNYTV.com. But for now, I'm Kris Hudson at the Digital News Desk covering your weather for this weekend. And have a good weekend.